Welcome back to another video. In this video, it's going to be a powerful video. We're going to talk about how we combine breathwork and meditation for post-workout recovery. Super powerful, super powerful. I technically exercise this when I'm doing my rest rituals before I go to bed, but we're gonna dive into it and definitely stick around. So with that being said, let's get started. Before we talk about anything, I always want to set a baseline. Whether you watch my video for the first time or you've been watching my videos for the past few years, you'll know that I talk about the same three things and I double click on them so that way you have a fundamental understanding of what I'm talking about. So movement, metabolism, mindset. I want you to think about movement, I want you to think about metabolism, and I want you to think about mindset. Those three are the fundamental cores of alpha. Everything that we talk about in these videos is always relating to alpha. What is your alpha state? What is that state that allowed you, your ancestors, your great ancestors to survive in the realm of this world and to be able to propagate their progeny to a version that's watching this video right now, right? Hopefully you're watching in 2024, but if not, 2030, 2020, whatever in the future, it's the same concept. The alpha state is super critical, and I had to uncover this state as I learned about diseases, as I learned about disorders that impact human life, how long humans live. I've spent a good amount of my life understanding, what is sickness? What does sickness look like? When certain things of your body do not work, how does it propagate and then eventually diminish the quality of your life? And so as I've been studying it, I also learned that when you go ahead and make yourself back to normal and you keep optimizing the movement, the metabolism, and the mindset, what you end up doing is you really trigger a certain part of you that stimulates growth. There's only two versions of your life. There's a version of growth, version of stationary decline. Growth and decline, growth and decline. And so for us to be in a growth state, we need to trigger that response within us that naturally makes us want to grow, whether it be hard things we have to do to grow, or we do certain simple activities that are beneficial to us and we grow from there. Movement, metabolism, mindset, right? So I've already discussed ad nauseum about metabolism and mindset in other videos. You could definitely take a look, but I'm gonna be combining two right now. I'm gonna be combining movement with mindset today because when we talk about breath work, we're going to be tying in meditation. Meditation is really important because that activates your RAS, which then in turn helps reprogram your DMN, your default mode network, right? RAS is a reticular activating system. DMN is your default mode network. And when you combine this, you have a powerful synergy that occurs that allows you to control your behavior, allows you to create the habits that you want to see, allows you to build a lifestyle that you want to build. So breathwork, let's talk about breathwork now. In movement, it breaks down into breathwork and blood flow. Breathwork, how are you breathing? What type of breathing you're doing? And blood flow, are you having enough free flowing blood throughout your body? Are your joints, the big junctions where blood is flowing to and from, are they open and clear for you to be able to do the breathwork properly? And so we talk about breathwork in other videos, but in this video, we're gonna really double click on breathwork. What is breathwork? And so before we even talk about it, I wanna take a deep breath with you. I wanna see what you understand about your breath. I wanna bring you into the present moment. So I would request all of you to go ahead and just take a deep breath in. I'm gonna exaggerate it and then bring it back down, right? So when you are letting go, what happens is you're pretty much breathing very shallow, probably from the top of your lungs. You're not activating your full lung capacity. Think of it this way, probably maximum 20 to 30% of your breath is actually coming from the top of your lungs. What you should be doing is activating the lower lobes of your lungs. And how do we do that? We're actually gonna do it together. So I would request you to go ahead and put your right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly, and we're gonna go ahead and take a deep belly breath in from here. So exaggerate the belly, so expand the belly, and we're gonna rise the chest. Expand the belly, rise the chest. We're gonna do a few just so that you get an idea, and then we'll go ahead and do the ones we want together. So go ahead and expand the belly, rise the chest, and then let it go. Expand the belly, rise the chest, and then let it go. So we did two together, but I want to now go ahead and do a solid amount with you. So I want to go ahead and expand the belly, rise the chest, 1. Expand the belly, rise the chest. There we go. 2. 4. Last one. How do you feel? Hopefully you feel super relaxed, super calm. I know I feel every time I do this type of breath. It really centers me, brings me to my peace. Hopefully do that with you as well. But let's think about what happened, right? We've leveraged our diaphragm, we expanded the belly, we pushed the diaphragm down so our lungs can expand fully. And when we take in that oxygen, we're actually getting it in the lower lobes of our lungs versus it just being at the top portion, which is normally what we experience. When you took that 5, you went from what, 30% normally, to now we're looking at 80 to 90% activation of your lungs. How powerful is that? It is beyond powerful because now you're able to think about what you feel. Many of you might have felt tired, you might have yawned, you might have, went ahead and felt a little sleepy. Many of you might have cried, many of you might have laughed because we've hyper-oxygenated yourself, which you normally don't experience. And for those of you that felt different emotions, more than likely it could be because, again, you've trapped a lot of the emotions in certain places, and when you activated yourself, you allowed it to go ahead and dissipate, and now you felt that and you experienced it. You had the behavior of that movement. Now, that was a bug on me. Okay, understanding that, let's talk about it, right? We talk about breath, how powerful it is. It brings you to the present moment, right? No matter what you're doing, if you ever feel like you're living in the past or you're living in the future, you can come back to this moment right now to doing those 5 deep breaths. That's all you have to do. You'll be in the present moment. You'll have that awareness that you are here. Now, that's perfect, right? Because that sets us for success for the next thing, which is the mindset, which is the meditation. What is meditation? Meditation is your ability to not think about anything, your ability to then eventually focus on an object, a meditation object. A lot of times, some people have a word, some people have a sound, some people have a thought, and that's the meditation object. But if you make the meditation object your breath, it's actually a really powerful stack. You can leverage your breath work and your meditation. You can center your RAS, and then you can then go ahead and slowly propagate change of your DM and your default mode network. So again, what is it? What are we doing? When we're meditating, we're fully in the moment. Things are happening. I almost imagine to like a quantum state. When the observer is looking at an electron, the electron is either a particle or a wave, but when the observer is looking at it, it's just a particle. But when it's not looking at it, it's a wave. So when you are closing your eyes and reflect within, you become a wave of potential. You don't really have any specific particular behavior, right? Particular behavior, you're just a wave. So when you're meditating and you have a meditative object, which is if you just focus on your breath, in a way we were doing that when we were doing that 5 deep breaths. But when you are doing this for longer periods of time, we're talking about 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hour, 5 hours, 10 hours, sometimes people go for days. You learn a little thing or two about yourself, and you are able to go into the programming, the debug mode of your body, of your mind. Just like how computers, you can go into the system BIOS and then go ahead and change and debug to make sure the computer is working properly. You also have that debug mode, and that's your subconscious mind. You can program that, but you have to first sort of knock it out. You have to make it so that it's not consciously aware of the fact that you're programming it. And doing the breath work, doing the meditation allows you to get to a state and focus on your RAS. So RAS stands for reticular activating system. This is the part of your brain, right? There's like a ganglionic network that focuses on selective things. Like, what are you like right now? I'm focusing on this camera, so my mind is going there. I'm thinking everything about this camera. It's a very selective focus. But as a result of me doing this over and over, my default mode is always to do the same activity. But in the beginning, when I was starting out, it was not as easy for me just to come on and just rip for a few minutes or sometimes multiple hours or so, right? It took me practice, but now I can easily just come into this, start the video, and I already have and know what I want to talk about, which is the amazing part. Your RAS is the selective focus, but you have to keep doing this. You have to keep selectively focusing on the things that you want change. If it's something about your health, then you got to focus on your health. If it's anything related to your movement, your metabolism, your mindset, you got to double click on those things. And when you double click on those things, now your focus and awareness is on those specific things. And now you can slowly work towards making those changes, small nudges that you need to do to get those results that you're looking for. And so to tie this all together, breathing, foundational to everything. If you take anything away from any of my videos, from any of the type of series, it's the breath that is the most fundamental, the primal, foundational, whatever terminology resonates with you, super important. Then you stack that on top of meditation, activate your RAs and your DMN, you are essentially becoming the architect of your reality. You're like, if you were to, compare this to like a Minecraft game, you're controlling the avatar that's able to do anything that you want in this physical realm. Cool. With that being said, guys, if you found any value in this video, please give me a like, letting me know you liked the video. If you disliked the video, definitely give me a dislike, letting me know why you disliked it in the comments below. What I love seeing more than any of that is actually if you subscribe to my channel. That tells me, that gives me a signal, and I also love it because it gives me value that you're getting value out of it. I'm sure that you're watching it, you're sharing it with other individuals, and we, at the end of the day, building this community that can benefit from all this awareness. With that, my name is Shaquille, I'm from Alpha. We are here to optimize yourself to your genetic potential. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.